Aloha, my name is Donna and I'm an artist here on Maui, and a lot of my friends have been asking me how I prepare my canvases before I start painting. So I thought I'd put together a little video so I can just show everybody. So here it is. Here's a canvas, and what you want to start with is a stuff called gesso. You could get it at Ben Franklin's. And what you want to do is you want to pour it in any container. I use Tupperware, something that if it gets too messy I can just toss it, but it's probably better to clean it out for the environment. But here we go. There's a brush. The brush is just, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be quality, nothing, just all you're doing is just slopping stuff on. You're going to want to have a little water bottle next to you, just because you're going to want to have add a little bit of thinner consistency. As you see, this comes out in like floppy clumps. So go ahead and put a little bit in there. You don't really want to use a lot because you're going to have to wait for this stuff to dry. So if you do put too much in your bowl, you're going to have to cover it with cellophane really tightly in there to make sure that that stays nice while this is drying. So it's better to do small kind at a time. Okay, so you're going to want to pour just a little bit of water in there, because I know mine's been sitting for a while, because once you get the big container, it's going to sit, you know. You're not going to use it all in one shot. So as I'm stirring, I'm using my brush, but it is one of these funky brushes, so I'm not really worried about it. But you can use any type of tool or piece of wood or whatever to stir this up. You can see this is the type of consistency you want. Something that's not clumpy, but it's just like kind of smooth, like that. Okay. So what you want to do is just take a clump and just start painting it. You don't have to go in any uniform pattern. You just paint it on. Okay. And the most important thing is you want to just kind of keep a coating of well, as even as you can, and it's really kind of hard to do that, but all I'm saying is if you don't, you'll have a lot of sanding to do, so it's better just to kind of eyeball it and try to get a nice coating. Okay, this is actually my second coat on this because I'm not an actress and we've done this a few times, but same kind of thing. So you don't have to do another coat, but I highly recommend it only because if you missed a spot, you can grab it on your second one. So let this dry thoroughly, then you do your second coat. This is actually my second coat, so there it is, but it's not dry. So I'm going to set it aside. And this is one I've done a while ago, so you can see the dust, but I did it a while ago. But what I want to do now is just take 150 weight sandpaper and just gingerly brush it over. Not too much, because you want a little bit of texture, because that's your painting. If you are looking for a different type of look where something is smooth or maybe even a harsher way, like more abstract things, you're going to want to leave a texture on there because it makes it really cool. But for now, the picture I know that I'm doing, I'm not going to want to have too much texture because there's a lot of detail in there, and you can leave a lot of bleeding areas in your paint. Not that it matters, it just takes longer to do, and it's kind of frustrating a little bit. But and all in all, you're in your peaceful little place, so it's all good. Kind of a little way of putting yourself in a little meditation state when you're painting. So there it is, and you're ready to start painting. First thing I would do, this is a good tip that I have learned. You want, when you leave it blank and white, a lot of times when you're painting something, you see the little speckles of white through it, and it just takes longer to paint. So what I do is I put a background of something, like say I'm doing a sunset. I'll do a background of yellow. The whole canvas, I will just paint a just a blend of different types of yellows, just so I have a background that's not going to bleed through and show little specks of white. And like, let me give you a for instance. This is the latest picture I've done, and I've shown it on Facebook. And what I started with is this blue right here was the whole canvas. Okay, you would never know that, but it was. And now when I do her back, which is a little bit lighter than the blue, it doesn't show like your white specks, and it looks a lot smoother. And the blues up here, you know, I'm sure I didn't cover everything, but it blends. So that's just something that, little tip, yeah. Okay, that's it. Enjoy. Do the best you can because it's a lot of fun. Aloha.